Good morning, evening. I have seen so many comments and holy man, people have brain rot. I have been looking at the influx of the comments on our videos, this one. So firstly, Asmon had the live stream. After his live stream, there was like plenty of people that came to this comment section. Some of them were saying like a stupid shit, just, missing the point or just being straight up fucking. But there was like a plenty of guys that just simply came here to bring their arguments, and doesn't matter if we agree with them or not. Those were some sort of arguments based in reason. And then when this YouTube video dropped, it kind of shows the difference between mass Twitch audience and mass YouTube audience. People that comes from the YouTube channels trying to come to the another's channel to shit on them, they are fucking brain dead. I don't know how brain damaged you have to be to PvP in a game that has PvP. Do I have to read more? I'm not sure if people like that realize, but there is no alternative to Souls PvP. In fact, From Software doing the invasions and dueling systems in action RPG is literally the best in the genre. There is no one else that doing them that well. You have these brain-rotted fucking morons that tells you that, I don't know, go play fighting games, go play For Honor, and so on. This is like even dumber. Like the person that plays Souls PvP do not want to play Tekken. These games have some similarities. Plenty of parts of Elden Ring PvP or overall Souls PvP might be considered similar to the fighting games. We even have like a similar foundations how to approach the gameplay and so on, but it's not fighting game. It is PvP action RPG, essentially. No similar games like Elden Ring or Souls games that have multiplayer component. Statement like that's shitting on Asmon for being MMORPG player and having like MMORPG player's perspective is also fucking garbage. I think that they're not supposed to be considered at all. I'm actually going to make the whole video tomorrow, most likely. What I just want to say is that we have clear indicator of the importance of the PvP shown in the metrics based on what happened when the servers went off for the Souls games. Like over time, it is essentially a drop from like the daily peaks of 15k to basically 4k. Yeah, what I think like a brain rot audience that came to G's channel do not fucking understand. There is so many people that come with the idea that I said the game is 50% PvE and 50% PvP. I never said that. I said it is as much of the PvE game as much as it is PvP game. In the meaning that the Elden Ring is a fusion. Multiplayer component is directly connected to your PvE experience. You understand, yeah? You are doing the multiplayer with your friends. You are co-oping. Boom, you are doing PvP. You want to do the Vare quest. You have to do PvP. You are doing the Vulcanus Manors quest. You have basically offline version of the PvP, kind of like simulated PvP. It's kind of inherent part of the game. People are used to the definition of the PvP and PvE as something that is basically splitted, yeah? Like in Call of Duty games, you just have like a PvP mode and you also have PvE mode, and they are not usually interacting with each other. But this is not the case for Elden Ring. In Elden Ring, the freaking PvP and PvE are just connected to each other. Like this is essentially, it creates one game. Yes, Elden Ring could have been a game without PvP and still would have great sales and so on, but without PvP or multiplayer activities overall, Elden Ring would have just less players. In fact, what we are seeing here, even if we are going to look at the charts, yeah, it's basically the beginning of Elden Ring, insane. It goes down. And yeah, it's basically the peaks of like 35k, 25k, 35k, and so on, depending if that's a weekend or like a regular week. And then December comes, arena patch being implemented to the game, and we are peaking every single day at least just 50, 60k plus players, and on the weekends it is 70 plus k. The implementation of the patch that was announced to the wider audience through the marketing campaign, a patch that was essentially directly affecting only PvP, brought the stable influx of players that stayed with the game. Yes, the game still would be great, but the replayability would be not that good. But it was also on sale. Yeah, but they stayed. Like, yeah, this is December, so that means sale. Sale wasn't big. Yeah, it was like a 25% or something like that. The point is that like these players stayed. Yeah, they are still playing the game. It just works. Man, I love these just trust me bro arguments. I think this is another thing that's supposed to be addressed, to be honest. You motherfucking idiots. It is essentially a podcast. Two friends talking to each other and to their audience, PvP focused audience. It wasn't a video that was directly focused on Asmon and like the outer audience. Just two guys kissing and talking about Marika's tits. Exactly. Here you go. And you know, I have seen plenty of comments being like, oh, you should post to structure your video. Or even better, oh, if you cannot speak English, just bitch, I probably can fucking make more coherent sentences than you. The fact I have fucking accent, you also have accent, American accent, that like a lot of people in the world also do not fucking like. God fucking damn it. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, it is so annoying. As an American, I only watch you for the accent, here you go. I don't care if someone dislikes the accent or like the accent. And it's absolutely fine. There are like people that love it, there are people that dislike it. Accent is an accent. That's just it. You know, I could be like, what a gamer? It's not comparable. I don't want to do it. It is not something that I find particularly pleasant. I think it is kind of like killing the identity of me as a person, and I like my accent. I personally do not see anything bad with it. Like in Poland, for example, we in the school we are basically not really taught how to speak, but rather like we are being taught grammar. And therefore, like for example, here I have absolute brain rot moron that started scolding me in the Polish language for not having a nice accent. Yeah, it's actually like absolute fucking, you know, the brain rot is fucking amazing within the community. Whatever these people like saying is just so incredibly fucking stupid. It's just hard to believe they are real people, but yeah, it is what it is. You guys were asking me about the Okage emotes being spammed every time I was speaking and so on, yeah? I find it funny, not gonna lie. I find it just like as a meme. I do not have a problem with people having fun. Oh, here you go. Yeah, this is essentially, this is Okage emote. Yeah, I find it in fact hilarious to some extent. Yeah, you're happy I didn't get offended? No, man, that was great. Junkie, like this classical Twitch chat. Motherfuckers are funny. Brain rot that comes mostly from YouTube is just fucking cringe. It's that bit racist. It's not racist. Hello. I am not different race to vast majority of these people. Nationalistic, something like that. It doesn't matter. Like, dude, Americans are laughing at each other's accents even within the United States. Making fun of accents is something absolutely normal in the not only online communities but just in the world. It is how it works. I think personally, like I would never make fun of someone's accent because for me I don't like it. I personally, like, I don't like to do it. Yeah, I am not a fan of it. I think it is meh. But I do not fucking care if someone else is doing that because it is kind of a norm. Let's call it that way. They start laughing when G Cole 150 hours is casual. Okay, listen. So, casual thing. Let me just pull off the fucking Google Docs XD. We're gonna do a lexicon of weird ass way of calling things in the Souls community. We are not going to start with casual, we're gonna get to it. But essentially, Souls community have that tendency to call things in their own way. Tryhard in the regular community means someone that is trying too hard to the presented situation. And for example, it might be fucking let's say, oh, here you go. Like, that was the example of tryhard. But in the PvP community of Souls games, tryhard equals someone that's good. Literally it. Tryhard, in opinion of many good PvP players, like, they call themselves tryhards. It just, for them, it is someone that tries to improve, that tries to be good player. And because of the fact, like, you know, the overall definition of the tryhard is way different than what for example, so-called PvP duelist community considers it is, then you have the problem with the semantics, yeah? It's just, you have like some guy that comes out of the different community and calls, oh, fucking tryhards, and then, yeah, we have also like our big smart community that basically kind of takes it as compliment. Another one, if someone has shitnet, that means like someone loses packages, someone has unstable connection. Like, this is basically what like someone could call like what shitnet is in case of the other games, yeah? Shitnet in Souls, I have high ping to someone. Fate. Literally. €1. Alright, and now we are getting to casual, okay? So casual as the definition, or okay, you know what, casual, let's go, okay, casual, but in vast majority of the gaming communities, it's a person that just plays the game from time to time, don't have competitive approach, and usually is associated with Farmville Facebook gamer that collect carrots once per day. This is what you could consider as a casual player. Casual in Souls games basically equals a guy that doesn't take the game very seriously, just play it, do not participate in community effort. Let's call it that way. It's basically someone that, you know, like, you might have 100 hours, 200 hours, 300 hours, but essentially when, for example, G calls someone a casual player, like a lot of people was upset about it in the video, then he essentially means that someone is a player that doesn't really like stick with the game, doesn't like partially live within it, like doesn't fucking wait for the patch notes, doesn't celebrate the successes of the communities, like just, you know, being kind of on the side, treating the game as yet another game, yeah? It's not like in the derogatory meaning, it's just that, like, yet again, problem is that this video, it all boils down to the problem that this video over here was just made for the Souls audience. We were chilling, it was a podcast, it was like two friends talking about fucking something that gamer called Asmongold said and basically was incorrect about. Asmongold's chat got upset because they don't get this, they think it's derogatory. Yeah, and I understand that. If you would know that like the video is actually going to reach Asmon and like he's going to respond and so on, we would prepare the whole fucking thing completely differently. We would be using different wording. And yeah, and on top of that, this is essentially a reason why I'm going to make myself another video that is going to be a little bit more structured, just, you know, to kind of serve as a proper answer to Asmon and his viewers, and also to everyone else that is kind of conflicted about the PvP. No, Washi, listen, the source is completely anecdotal. Like you're asking Washi if we have the source to provide, yeah? Exactly like Asmongold, we basically only rely on our experience. And kind of like the only source that we essentially have is the fact that we see what was happening with the audience of the game when the servers went offline. So basically, like in case of for example Dark Souls 3, your average gamers just simply went down by like a 5-10k on the average on the daily picks, more like, not the average. So like there is like a clear indicator that like, yes, the PvP basically, you see like bonk, yeah, instant by 10k, yeah, and it was only dropping more, but this is like a release of Elden Ring, so this is of course like a different reason why drop happened, but probably the drop will be like way less, yeah. And even though like Elden Ring was thriving, but the servers went back on Dark Souls 3, then we had like a peak of the 11.5k players from like a 4.6 without any sort of the sale or anything like that, yeah. So essentially, yeah, like there is certain type of the audience that plays these games for PvP. If you consider them significant or not, it is like up to your interpretation. For me, it is just like a part of the game that is important for the sake of to create the environment that exists within the game and just like allows, for example, content creators to make content, yeah, because this is also something that a lot of people, I guess, just do not fucking understand. If you are going to look at the content creators that are focused around Elden Ring, like you have plenty of people that, for example, like Chase, yeah, like 416k subscribers, a gamer that is holding like pretty good numbers on every single day. You have people like Prod that also doing the PvP stuff, like right now less than before because he's currently doing the mods, but this is depending. Sometimes he's doing more, sometimes he's doing less. Lost that is doing pretty well right now, like maybe a little bit less, yeah, but it's just because he kind of dropped off the algorithm, but he's releasing like 2 videos per day, so it is like pretty good. In the past we had Fighter PL. Fighter right now is like essentially not active content creator anymore, and therefore like it reflects in the numbers. But when we are going to the popular ones during Dark Souls 3 times, he was fucking nailing it. It's PvP focused content. Well, actually not true. It is partially memes, partially PvP focused content. That's why his audience was so huge, yeah, because, well, memes are like its own category kind of, yeah, but still, like the gameplay is fully PvP focused, yeah. Like people like Oroboro is like a kind of different topic because Oro and Piv are like our banner lords, let's call it that way, when it comes to the PvP community. They kind of represent what we all doing here and so on. Although like they are not really active YouTubers, yeah. Right now I am focusing on the YouTubers, yeah. True Talent started blooming essentially on Dark Souls 2, yeah. Like he is currently like DBD player. This YouTube channel might not reflect because like the number looks kind of low unless you're going to realize he's uploading 8 videos per day. Like True Talent is fucking crazy, man. Doesn't change the fact. I mean, he's not in the release source community anymore, yeah? 21,000 videos, yes. Like, I am not by no means like a shitting on PvE part of the audience and saying that like people like Gino, for example, yeah, are not important or something like that. They fucking are. They are great. They are amazing. I absolutely love them. Like, let's go, like a Yamfa, like another fucking great challenge runner, yeah? Absolutely fantastic videos and so on, yeah? Like, the PvE community is fucking great. But my point is, so is PvP community. We are all part of one ecosystem that sometimes we even interact with each other, despite coming from like kind of different backgrounds, yeah? Like Iron Pineapple during Dark Souls 2 days was essentially fully focused on the PvP. His channel kickstart because of the PvP. He's right now doing something very different. He has essentially one major series that he's focusing on, which is, I think it is called Steam Dumpster Diving, yeah? But I remember Ion being very hyped about me coming to his chat, which felt fucking very awkward at the time being. Like, you know, it's a sweet fucking guy that started with the PvP, yeah? It's a great person. But yeah, like his roots are on the PvP. In fact, YouTube numbers reflect a lot different than Asmongold said when he pulled out Elden Ring channels on Twitch. And okay, so let's go to Twitch. Let's pull out the numbers. The thing about what Asmongold said is so much true. We just do not have like that much people here that play PvP. That is correct. Let's go through these people. Distortion is a speedrunner of the fucking world-class category on Twitch. Yeah, he has audience on his own. He can fucking speedrun whatever, and he's still going to be pulling off like a huge numbers. He has bigger numbers on the Souls games because this is where he originated from. Elias, same fucking story. He's playing fucking Gothic games and he's pulling off like a 5k plus viewers. And now we have like, here is like a no-hit runner. I don't know the guy, so he cannot tell much about it. Here is Gino, another no-hit runner. But this person brings their own audience. This is not like a core audience of the Elden Ring, not person related to the community. So like Asmon was actually looking at this type of people, and like he was, you know, basically making the conclusion that like PvP basically is like so incredibly insignificant in the proportion. Yeah, this person I don't know, but I would assume they are like a similar topic. Yeah, I do not recognize any of these people until like Saint, and Saint is PvP player, and he barely just started, I assume. Yeah, normally like, you know, he's pulling twice the amount of the numbers. Napstar is doing PvP, like he's normally sitting on around 250 viewers. Here you have some fucking idiots that fucking clickbaits with Invasions Arena and Duels, whereas sitting on YouTube apparently. There is some representation. There is some representation of the PvP in there. That is true though, that on Twitch PvE is just simply more popular. That is fucking true. We never argued against it, but that being said, this metric is just fucking stupid. It is not fucking something that is factual. You need to fucking understand how to represent stats. If you are going to go to the Elden Ring fucking PvP Reddit and going to make a poll asking how many of them playing PvP, then you are going to have a fucking like a huge amount of people saying that they do play PvP. They are on the PvP fucking subreddit. If you're gonna go to the official, well, not official, like the main Elden Ring Reddit, then like the percentage is going to be completely different. Like the polls like fucking depends. Like, you know, who you are going to ask. It's very important to correctly interpret what type of stats you are dealing with. And like, for example, Asmongold, one argument that he brought about basically Elden Ring invasions not being popular is that, like, you know, you can metric it based off the activity on when you're essentially trying to invade. That like you look like, for example, like assumption that like, oh, it's hard to find the invasion or something like that. This is also a correct metric. The reason for that is because invasions as a matchmaking system are fucking borked. We essentially can invade on level 1, or more like from level 1 to 713, yeah? Levels 1 to 299 have their own brackets. From 300 to 713, it is like the same bracket, yeah? But essentially that means you have so fucking many levels that people can be at. And if you are, for example, level 125 and your weapon upgrade is plus 25, then this is your range, yeah? It's basically, if the system would be working somewhat differently, if the system would be working the way, basically everyone can invade everyone. Like, if there would be scaling for the invasions, then like multiplayer activity would be through the fucking roof. Example of it is Wulong. Wulong, no matter what you think about the game itself, has the scaling that is basically infinite. You can essentially invade anyone in the game, no matter if that's level fucking 10 or level 150. And no matter what level you are at, Wulong essentially gives you ability to invade everyone. Arena matchmaking, for example, is fucked to the point that I have tried to duel with my friend. We had the same fucking password. It was duel, yeah? It was duel mode. And we couldn't fight each other because the game put both of us as hosts. Because, yeah, in the arena matchmaking, at the beginning when you are starting searching, you become either searcher or the host. It's probably working in the way that if you cannot immediately find the potential host to join, then you become the host yourself. You never stop being the host. You have to restart the queue. And every time when the host is restarting the queue with other people in their session, then the host is cancelling other people matchmaking as well. 2v2 and 3v3 fucking game modes, or like 6-man or 4-man brawl game modes, are fucking super annoying. Yeah, it's super hard to find people to play with because of the borked matchmaking. So yeah, this is another example of just like analyzing the fucking data presented in the wrong way. By no means we dislike Asmon. I watch Asmon's videos in the background a lot. Here is the whole video watched. Some of these videos I just restarted, and because of that there is like a they are not watched fully, but like here is like, you know, how much of the video I watched. Here is like how much of the video I watched. The fact like, you know, we had like, for an example, like a talk here about something and I disagree on something, it doesn't mean that I'm going to stop watching his content, even though at the essentially end of his live stream, he basically suggested that we are fucking stupid.
I think these guys are probably the smartest two individuals I've ever come in contact with.
Here you go, like insane sarcasm, dude, yeah? What the video actually proven is that if one video is not structured and another one is not structured as well, it makes for shitty discussion. It's basically what the video proven. This is what it is. This is kind of unfortunate, like he reacted in that way, because it's brought a lot of fucking absolute morons like to our comment section. People that just have like one fucking collective brain cell, yeah? Unless maybe I read it wrongly, yeah? But the outcome is that we have shit tons of people coming to our comment section calling us stupid. So that's basically the outcome. We have just like people coming to our comment section saying that we are the dumbest people they have ever seen. And yeah, we are biased morons and so on, yeah? G said that like it would be cool if basically we had like a kind of expert representatives, and basically he said like experts equals us. He was bringing the example. That's it. Like really, it's just people that have some sort of the understanding of the game. Like people fucking picking on it. It's just so fucking incredibly stupid. Yeah, it doesn't have to be me. It doesn't have to be G. It is someone that is proven to, you know, to understand the game on the fundamental level and deeply. Elden Ring fucking PvP community is quite a good fucking fandom that proven themselves over and over again. We essentially know what we are talking about. Like, this is essentially a website made by Elden Ring PvP Discord that brought a lot of the feedback to how the game plays, and things has been changed according to this guidance, exactly in the way how it's written here. You know, like this website is already utilized by From Software to improve the game. We fucking know what we are talking about, for fuck's sake. Speaking of which, less than 10% of surveyed players believe Elden Ring is balanced. 90% would play more if multiplayer improved. Here you go. Here is your incentive to fucking work on the multiplayer.